From the East and the West, you've heard others, but now you've tuned into the best. This is a Prime Wave Media production.
What's up, world? It's the one and only Pop DBICD Primetime Capper, and it is time for the premier sports betting show, the Primetime Angles Live. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. I hope you're feeling the same. And boy, oh boy, hey, it was a great day in baseball yesterday. So hey, and we did decent yesterday, but today we try to come back around and hit another one out the park. Hopefully today. We'll see what we can do. Clients did very well yesterday as well, too. So, always happy about that. Hitting 75%. I do 4 plays daily. You hit 3 out of 4. That's a pretty good day right there. But all in all, though, we got some fun stuff to talk about today. And first, let's go ahead and jump into the Kemba Walker headed back to the Garden. And he's going to be finally unites with Knicks and Kemba finally unite as the former All-Star signs with his hometown team after being bought out by the Thunder. And I think that this is a awesome move because New York had to go deep sea, had to go get a star. They had to go get a face, and they got Kemba. Kemba's going to have a lot of jersey sales as well, too. A lot of people are going to be very excited about Kemba. I'm not the only one. I think that this is one of the best fits in all of basketball ever. I think it was inevitable that Kemba Walker and the Knicks would actually be together at some point in his career. And you know what? He played for Boston as well, too, kind of returning the favor back up to the Northeast from playing with the UConn and everything like that. So now he gets to come home and help his, one of his he was a Laker fan growing up as a kid, though. So it was crazy that the Lakers had him mentioned as well, too, to come on over, but that did not work out. So he's in New York. It's going to be fun. I think that he puts New York on a different level. And then they also went ahead and secured the future with Julius Randle, signing him for $117 million for the next 4 seasons. So you got Kemba, you got Julius, you got yourself a great, great group of guys that are going to be able to step it up big for this New York team this year. You got Derrick Rose coming back as well, too. So you look forward to seeing Kemba and Derrick Rose on the court together as well. That's going to be a lot of fun. So the Knicks are in good shape. I think that the Knicks, at the end of the day, can go ahead and find themselves really, 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 really in a good position to go ahead and, do what they got to do to get to where they got to get to, baby. You know what I mean? So it is what it is at the end of the day. No qualms there, trying to make sure I've got the screen somewhat together, but it is what it is, man. We having fun. So yeah, so that's perfect. So pretty much we have ourselves a very good thing going on, in New York City. So that's what we're looking at there. So pretty much that's what we're going to do here, and we will figure it all the way out here. So pretty much, hey, it is what it is at the end of the day, and we'll have ourselves a very, very fun season coming up. And the Knicks have struck. That's all I can say. And at the Mecca, and hopefully next year, me and my man Jeff Dawson will be at the Big East tournament and everything like that next year, watching the tourney, because that's what I'm really, really, really putting myself on right. I'm really trying to get to that game next year. So pretty much that'll be a lot of fun as well, too. Can't wait for college basketball to get back as well, too. So since I'm talking college, let's go ahead and talk some college football real quick. And college football, man, always fun. But you know what? They don't have the same preseason drama. Everything's kind of predetermined already. They know exactly what's going on. But Ohio State's in a bit of a conundrum. They do have a very good quarterback in C.J. Stroud, who's one of the better quarterbacks coming out of high school as well. Then they got Jack Miller, who's another really highly touted quarterback as well, too. Both guys are pro-style guys. But then they got Corrins in here, this kid that decided to skip out his senior year and declare and get into a different class. And now he's at Ohio State early. And pretty much now what it looks like is that something where everything will be, pretty much put in play here for Ohio State. They got kind of a three-headed monster at the position, but I think that everything will work itself out. They're saying right now C.J. Stroud looks like he will be the starter for this team as well, too. So I think that's exactly where they will probably go, is with the kid that looked really good in the Michigan game when they were blowing Michigan away. And he did score a 48-yard touchdown, running for a 48-yard touchdown. Ohio State always needs weapons like this to, keep them moving forward and keep them, dominating Michigan. So Ohio State is going to be a top 5 team this year regardless. They do have the running game to back it up. Major Teague should be the bell cow this year as well, too. Major Teague is an absolute stud. I know that it's been some inconsistencies with him, but I think this year he breaks all the way through, so that should be good for him. And then they got Olave there as well, too. Still the big senior who wants to show that he's the most complete wide receiver in the draft. He's going to go in the first round next year, but you know what? He said he still got some polishing to do here in college, so he's going to be one of the bigger targets in all of college football. So whoever's playing the quarterback position for Ohio State will be blessed with some great upperclassmen as well, too. But I think C.J. Stroud does fit the bill to be the starter, at least to start the season off, and I think that should work out well for the Ohio State Buckeyes. And the Buckeyes are looking to dominate the Big Ten, find themselves back in the college football playoff, and hopefully get themselves back to that national title game. And we all know that, hey, pretty much if Ohio State's able to get back with Alabama, that game is not going to be the same game it was last season. Okay, that's all I can tell you. So there it is. It's going to be fun college football season coming up. And we move forward, and we got to get into the NFL preview. And in the NFL preview today, we got the LA Rams 9-7 last season. Their over-under is 10. So pretty much what I'm looking at here with the Rams coming up next year is that this year is that they're all in. They've went ahead and mortgaged the future for Jalen Ramsey. They've went and paid Aaron Donald top dollar to be the top paid defensive interior player in the league. And now they have Matt Stafford, a guy that is seen as a guy that if you give him the right team and the right coaching, he can go ahead and somewhat get himself to a championship. But I don't know, man. I've had my doubts, but you know what? I'm still going to put this team over 10.5 wins. I think that the toughest out for anybody this year is playing at SoFi. SoFi is such a cool stadium, and the Rams play such good ball in there all season last year as well, too, to an empty crowd. And they had a real advantage when they were at home as well, too, even though they did lose some big ones at the house, like the Jets. Losing to the Jets, that wasn't any fun. They lost to San Francisco as well, too. But, when it came down to actually playing against the best of the best in that stadium, the top tier teams, they absolutely dominated. So I think that this is going to be a lot of fun. SoFi is going to be awesome. It's going to be rocking. The defense is going to be just as good as they were last year, if not better. Raheem Morris is now the defensive coordinator, the former interim head coach over in Atlanta, and was defense coordinator for a few years, and was even there for that team when they did get to the Super Bowl. So it's going to be pretty good here when we get back down to it. I think that everybody's going to really, really understand how fun it is to be at SoFi, and the Rams are going to really be able to relish this thing finally. You know what I mean? So it's a few weeks away from opening day. It's going to be rocking opening day as well, too, because the Bears will be in town. So you will have a mixed bag up in there as well, too. A lot of people who are in LA, there's a lot of people that are from Chicago that live in LA as well. So that's something that you have to factor in as well, too. So we are going to have ourselves a pretty good NFL season here in Los Angeles, because there's going to be a lot of parity going on here. And I think the Rams should be one of your top teams. And you already have Matt Stafford at 18-1 to win the MVP next season as well, too. But does he have weapons to win that MVP award as well, too? That's the only thing that I question with the Rams. They do have great playmakers and everything like that, but they don't have a big name in that wide receiver core that they're touting around, and their running game is not the same. Cam Akers has been lost for the season with his situation with tearing his Achilles. So there's questions in the running back room as well too. So the Rams defense is the thing that I feel will carry them to the threshold of these 10 wins, 10, 11 wins for us to go ahead and say that they can go ahead and take care of their business here. But all in all, the Rams are feeling good. They're going to be having 65 to 70,000 people screaming and yelling on Sunday, September 12th. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and I look forward to it as well myself. So pretty much with that, we're going to go ahead and take our first commercial break. When we get back, we're going to talk some Blue Crew Daily, and then we're going to get into the MLB Thursday preview, and then from there, we'll go ahead and be talking those tickets after that. So you guys stay tuned. This is the Premier Sports Betting Show, the Primetime Angles with the one and only Pop DiBiase, the Primetime Kappa, and I'll be right back at you.
Good News Only Racing Club, led by the legendary Doug O'Neill, the trainer of 2 Kentucky Derby winners and I'll Have Another and Nyquist. Also trained 2-time Breeders' Cup champ Golden Sense, who are just a part of a long list of thoroughbred champions trained by Doug O'Neill. The Good News Only Racing Club has a young core of horses to look out for in Dennis's Celery, Irish Heatwave, and Notre Dame, just to name a few. Win the day every day with the Good News Only Racing Club, a proud sponsor of the NFL Bet Exchange.
From the East and the West, you've heard others, but now you've tuned into the best. This is a Prime Wave Media production.
Tune into Big Wave Boxing every week with a brand new guest with the one and only Pop DiBiase, the Primetime Kappa, getting the best boxing stories, best boxing angles, and the truth when it all comes down to the sweet science. Tune into Big Wave Boxing on the Prime Wave Media channel on YouTube. All right, we are back with the Primetime Angles Live with the one and only Pop DiBiase, the Primetime Kappa, and this is the Premier Sports Betting Show. So pretty much let's go ahead and jump into it. The Dodgers last night had a pretty good lead. They were up 7-1 at one point, and then Kenley Jansen came to the game 3-7. It was 3-7 at the time, and Kenley Jansen then proceeds to give up a 2-run home run. But at the end of the day, he was able to still get the save here. A lot of people had to hold their breath here at the end of the night, but hey, it is what it is. I don't know if Kenley's shaking or anything like that, but we just had to understand it's that time of year in baseball. A lot of pitchers have to kind of really get themselves psyched up mentally, and they will go through a bad course at times. So we can't get too mad about it because, Kenley Jansen has done this before. It's not like this is new behavior or anything like that. And I think that with the way that he still comes through clutch in a lot of situations, he still has the confidence of Dave Roberts as well. So that's what a lot of people have to understand about this situation with the Dodgers when it comes down to who is, pretty much who is making the decisions as who the closer is going to be. Kenley has proved his worth. He's the all-time saves leader for the Dodgers as well, too. As I've always talked about, I saw when the kid came up a decade ago, and he was greener. He was greener than a doctor. He was greener than B Real's thumb, man. I'm telling you. So pretty much, it is what it is at the end of the day. You just have to deal with it. He got the win last night. He got the save last night, and we move forward. They split the series with the Astros. They get the day off, and then they start the freeway series with the Hated Angels. So this should be a good little day off for the Dodgers. They've only got to play 5 days this week. They were off Monday as well too. So these little breaks in the week are very helpful for the Dodgers as they make the stretch run to win the NL West pennant. So when I look at the Dodgers, I think that to myself that everything is going to be just fine. I think that this team will wind up still getting the pennant at the end of the day, but they're just going to have to start really consistently winning games. They can't keep dropping games to the worst teams in baseball. You know what I mean? They've been having a bad time against bad. That's a lot of teams in the MLB this year that they've been having issues with bad teams. So the Dodgers really have to step it up in that accord, but they'll be back to tomorrow night, and it should be a good one. And I have my picks and plays and everything for you in that spot tomorrow. So let's go ahead and jump into the MLB preview today, and these are the 6 games that I'm previewing. I got the Mariners at the Yankees. The Mariners at the Yankees should be a really good game today. And then also let me update everybody who's thinking about scores right now. Angels are up 3-0 right now in the bottom of the 4th over the Rangers. You got the Cubs and Rockies still scoreless, but that game has just started. The first pitch is being thrown. Mets, Marlins deadlocked at 1 apiece in the bottom of the 8th. And then you got the Red Sox struggling today, losing 6-0 to the Tigers. So that's an update on the scores today if you guys need them and everything like that. But pretty much, let's go ahead and jump into this Mariners-Yankees game. The Mariners coming in here as a plus 180 dog, but it has actually been bet down. They're now plus 170, while the Yankees are minus 200. Tyler Anderson, the former Pirate, is going to be dealing for the Mariners today. And then you got Nestor Cortez, who's going to be dealing for the for the Yanks today. And he did a great job last time out, only giving up 1 run over 5 innings last time out, and striking out 5 against the Rays, who are leading the division right now. And then you have Tyler Anderson, who did decent on debut. He did give up 3 runs, 6 hits, and only had 3 strikeouts, but he pitched 5 innings as well, too, against the Rangers. So this will be a good game today, but I think to myself that, honestly, what you have to look at here is pretty much this should be a scoreboard watching game, but there are you got to still just always know that the Mariners are going to always rear their ugly head in a lot of these games, because a lot of people don't take the Mariners as seriously as they should, and when they don't, they're in trouble. But I think scoreboard watching is the best bet here, so that's what I'm going to do here. And pretty much Mariners, Yankees, and let's see how it goes. Let's see how it shakes out. But that over-under is looking real nice right now, and I think that, both pitchers will come to do the deal. All right, so we move on, and we have the Indians and Blue Jays. Indians and Blue Jays, this has kind of been a back-and-forth situation here. The Blue Jays have been heavy favorites in each game, but, the Indians don't really care about all that. Ross Stripling, once again, to me, does not command a high money line as a pitcher. I don't think that he's just an average pitcher that can get hit pretty much anytime at any time, but he is pitching pretty well. He did pitch well last time out. He had pitched 5 innings, and then he only gave up 2 runs in that spot, and that worked out pretty good for him. So pretty much over the last 10 innings for him, he's had 7 strikeouts, 3 runs, three runs given up, and 9 hits. So pretty much, Stripling's doing a decent job, and Tristan McKenzie's coming around. He did get blasted by the White Sox last time out, so a lot of people are going to bet against that as well too. But I think, though, at the end of the day, what you look at is that this guy has been inconsistent. Like, he'll be real good one game, and then he won't be good the next. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it shakes out. But I think that the bats will be coming to the party today, and balls should be flying all around the Sky Dome. Glad to see the Blue Jays back in Canada, to be honest with you. So we move on to a divisional game. And you know what? This one right here is a tricky spot. But you know what? I think today, though, the Pirates will play the spoiler today. That's why, I had to go ahead and put this game intact, because the Reds having this high of a money line is kind of a no play for me, because I don't know. The Reds, very good team, but the thing is, though, the Reds are a little inconsistent when it comes to playing against the division and in openers as well, too. So from what I'm looking at here, this is going to be my dog of the day. And you know what? I'm not hesitating. Plus 190 on this bad boy. It's actually moved down to plus 185. You got Will Crowe on the mound, who's 3-5 on the year, 5.40 ERA, 66 strikeouts over 35 walks, but he pitched very well in his last game. He struck out 4, walked 4, but went 6 innings and only allowed 1 hit, and did wind up getting the win in that spot as well, too. Pitched San Francisco very well in San Francisco, did a decent job against the Mets, did a great job against Atlanta and Milwaukee as well, too. Just did not get the run support that he really needed on that day. I think that he can come into this game and give Cincinnati fits. That's why I'm coming over here taking a plus 190. I know Sonny Gray is on the mound, but Sonny Gray to me is damn near a yesteryear pitcher. He was really good, and I'm kind of surprised that he didn't move along, but the Reds are chasing a playoff spot as well, too. So that makes a lot of sense. And then you have his last time out, he did give up 5 hits, but he struck out 7 and only allowed 1 run and only walked 1 in that game as well, too. But before that, he gave up 8 runs, 8 hits, and 3.1 innings last time, and then he only struck out 3. So, you know what? Once again, this is a pitcher that's been very inconsistent. So we'll see how it goes and see how it shakes out. But I love the Pirates tonight, and that will be the dog of the day at plus 190. And we move forward to another divisional game. This is going to be the Royals at the White Sox. The Royals are coming in here off a 9-1 win yesterday against the White Sox. The White Sox have Dallas Keuchel on the mound. Keuchel is 7-4 with a 4.51 ERA, and he has 71 strikeouts over 35 walks. Then you have Daniel Lynch, who's 1-3 on the year. He's the call-up, the prospect, somebody that they're very, very high on, but he has 13 strikeouts over 7 walks. So the kid is kind of slowly getting it together, but this might be something that helps out the White Sox today as well, too. But the Royals coming off that big win last night, they're going to be very confident coming into this game. But Dallas Keuchel did a great job against teams that are below 500 this season, and I think that he will continue that job tonight. And I think we will have ourselves a pretty good spot here for the White Sox to actually be able to run away with this game as well, too, especially after losing the way that they lost yesterday. So I got the White Sox with the minus 1.5. Let's see how it shakes out. Then we move on. We got the Astros and the Twins game. This is going to be another good spot. You got the Astros coming in here as a heavy, heavy favorite. And as you guys already know, buyer beware. I know that they look really attractive right now, but once again, buyer beware because, yes, they're coming in as a minus 275. And now bet down to 225 because everybody knows the trend with the Astros. The Astros are not a good team when they are a heavy favorite. So pretty much I'm not going to say that the Twins win this game today because the Astros are coming out of a series where they had a little bit of, some friction going on with the Dodgers and everything. But now they get to breathe easy back at home in Houston tonight. And I think that the Twins, after having such a good series in their last series before they got to Houston, I think what happens here is that we'll have ourselves a really good game tonight, and I think the Twins keep it close here. So I'm going to take them with the plus 1.5 tonight in this spot. So we'll see how it shakes out. We'll see how it goes. If you like them as a dog of the day on your own accord, then go ahead and jump on it because, as I told you before, the Astros are not the best team when they're over minus 250 on the money line. They are a money burner when they are a big favorite. So I'm just giving you guys the actual facts, and you guys can look that up yourselves and see that they've struggled in the last maybe 10 occasions that they've been in this spot. So just be buyer beware. Don't put the cart before the horse and think this one out smartly. You might want to sit out instead of choosing the side, or you might want to play the scoreboard. But I'm going to go with the confident play here, and that's going to be this Twins with the plus 1.5 on the spread. And if you like the money line, I would say go ahead and take that too. All right, so now we have the Braves at the Cardinals. The Braves coming in here minus 125 today on the road. They've been dominating the series as well too. The Cardinals are starting to fade away a little bit here in this race. And this is going to be pretty fun because you got an over-under a 9 as well, too, in the spot. But I think that the Cardinals today do wind up having a really good day today, and they wind up getting themselves, eking out themselves a win. They got the veteran Wade LeBlanc on the mound as well, too, who's coming over here from the Orioles as well. Who's coming over, doing his vet thing. And pretty much last time out, he went 5 innings, only gave up a run, but he did give up 6 hits, struck out 3, and walked 2 as well. This was against Minnesota, but it looks like what happens here is that you have a guy who's a veteran, and you know that they're going to probably be moving him out pretty quickly in this game as well, too. So, going to need some run support in this spot, but I think he's going to get it today as well. St. Louis just can't get swept at home like that, right? So, hey, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it shakes out, but I love the Cardinals today to get themselves a win as the home dog. All right, so with that, we will be right back. This is the Premier Sports Betting Show, the Primetime Angles Live, and I'll be right back at you in a few moments.
The Viget app, where social media meets sports betting. Get the latest line movements in all major sports. Track your daily bets, daily contests, the NFL over-under contest that pays out $10K in cash prizes. This is a cutting-edge app that helps betting be easy. Sign up with the reference code POPDBIC and you will be able to watch my daily show, The Primetime Angles, as a resource to building that bankroll. Viget is available in your Apple or Google Store on your iOS or Android. The social sports betting app, Viget.
From the East and the West, you've heard others, but now you've tuned into the best. This is a Prime Wave Media production.
All right, we are back with the Premier Sports Betting Show, the Primetime Angles Live, with the one and only Pop DiBiase, the Primetime Capper. So pretty much, I know the moment is here, and I know you guys have been anticipating it, so let's not hold you back. And here we are, MLB PrimeTime PK6 for today. I know it's a crazy number, but it is what it is. We got it at 86-1 today. You got an under 9.5 for the Mariners and the Yanks. You have an over 99.5 with the Indians and Blue Jays today. Going with the dog of the day, the Pirates plus 190. You got the White Sox minus 1.5. They earned some plus money for us today as well, too. Then we also have a plus 1.5 with the Twins. They're a little bit of plus money as well. And then we got the Cardinals sitting here at plus 105 on the bet as well, too. So we got an 86-1 ticket right there. If you go ahead and put the right type of dollars on this bad boy, you will come up and have yourself a nice little you'll have yourself a nice little payout here. And that pretty much covers the rent right there. It covers some type of bill, covers the car note, a lot of things if it can hit. But you got to play it right as well too if it's hidden. So I don't want to hear nothing if you play it for $5 and only get back to $430. If you go ahead and play for 10, you go get back $860. Or if you play it for 20, you go ahead and get back 19 too. So we'll see how it goes, and we'll go from there. So pretty much, once again, that is the MLB Primetime PK6. And, man, there it is. So most likely we'll have Big Jeff back in tomorrow. I'm working on getting some boxers in here as well, too, to talk to. So you guys keep tuning in. We're breaking weekly numbers every week now. As you guys can see, we did almost 50,000 views in July. So, I thank you guys very much for that. And let's keep that YouTube channel on and popping and everything like that, if you know what I mean. So pretty much it is what it is at the end of the day. You guys come back tomorrow, and we'll have some more great angles for you. And I have some cards for you to go into on the weekend, and maybe we'll start talking some NFL futures as well too when it comes to teams making the playoffs and winning the Super Bowl as well too. So you guys make sure to come right on back tomorrow at the same time, noon. And we only run from noon to 1. So today is a short show because it's just me. So, I don't have to. So, pretty much we can get through this nice and thoroughly. And also, I do have Horsing Around on the way coming, which will be available live about maybe 1 o'clock today, no later than 1:15. It's only an 8-race card as well, too. But yes, once again, Horsing Around presented by Stable Duel will be live today. So you guys check in on that. And I should have some good bets for you guys because it's only it's a short card and we got a lot of good spots here as well, too. It's claiming day. So you know what? Let's have some fun. That's all I can say. So pretty much with that, this is the Premier Sports Betting Show, the Primetime Angles Live with the one and only Pop DiBiase, the Primetime Kappa. And as I always say, if you got a hunch, bet a bunch. Always bet with your head, not with your heart. And the movement is moving. And with that, I am gone.
From the East and the West, you've heard others, but now you've tuned into the best. This is a Prime Wave Media production.